Alright YouTube, so Red Dead Redemption 2 got its third official trailer today. It's been a while, it's been about 8 months. We got our last trailer in September of last year. Didn't realize it had actually been that long. It felt like we got that last trailer pretty recently, but I guess it's been longer than I thought. Anyways, we're going to look over this trailer today and try to talk about anything and everything that seems important. So along with the trailer, Rockstar actually gave us a brief description of the game, so let's read over it really quickly. America, 1899. The end of the Wild West era has begun as lawmen hunt down the last remaining outlaw gangs. Those who will not surrender or succumb are killed. After a robbery goes badly wrong in the western town of Blackwater, Arthur Morgan and the Vanderlyn gang are forced to flee. With federal agents and the best bounty hunters in the nation massing on their heels, the gang must rob, steal, and fight their way across the rugged heartland of America in order to survive. As deepening internal divisions threaten to tear the gang apart, Arthur must make a choice between his own ideals and loyalty to the gang who raised him. From the creators of Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 is an epic tale of life in America at the dawn of the modern age, coming October 26, 2018 to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One system. So with that brief description, we actually learned quite a few things. We learned that it's set in 1899, which is kind of interesting because there's some channels out there, Blood Culture Gaming, who seem to think the game was going to take place like 20 or 30 years in the past or something like that, but it's really only taking place 12 years before the events of the first game. They mentioned that a robbery goes bad in Blackwater and they are forced to flee. If you guys remember, Blackwater was like the third part of the map, like it was the major city on the third part of the map in the later parts of the first game. That to me seemingly confirms that leaked map that we've seen where it shows that we're supposed to be able to play the first original map and then the new map that's to the west. And if you guys remember from the second trailer, Arthur Morgan actually states that there was lawmen from 3 different states chasing them, 3 different areas in the first map, and of course he mentions that they've been running from the west, and of course the new map is to the east of the old map, so it all just kind of adds up. They also mentioned that there is some division amongst the gang that can be tearing the gang apart, and you as Arthur Morgan have to choose between your ideals and your loyalty to the gang that has raised you, which is pretty much what we thought was going to happen anyways. You as Arthur Morgan weren't just going to be a straight up bad guy, you were going to have some good guy qualities, so something's going to happen at some point in the game where Arthur Morgan's going to start questioning whether he wants to be a part of the Vanderlyn gang. And the last little takeaway from that is that the release date is still the same. It hasn't changed. October 26, 2018. Let's hope it stays that way. So the trailer opens up with Dutch's gang robbing a train, potentially the same train that we've seen from, I believe, the second trailer. Dutch tells everybody on board the train, "We don't want to kill you, but trust me, we will." And then he tells them, "Wake them up a little," and it looks like probably going to shoot at the train. I found this scene kind of interesting, even though it was right at the beginning, because I just always kind of assumed Dutch's gang were just bad guys, so I don't know why they wouldn't just kill everybody on the train. So yeah, I'm wondering if this is the same train from the second trailer that we've seen them rob, and if this happens to be the Blackwater robbery that goes wrong, either this train or the one from the second trailer. They never specify in the description what kind of robbery it is, because it could be a bank robbery, a general robbery, a train robbery, we don't know. We get a shot of the Vanderlyn gang kind of around a campfire. There seems to be a lot more members than there were in the previous game, which of course some of them will probably die off throughout the game or something like that. But when you're John Marston in Red Dead Redemption, the first one, you're hunting down your previous gang members. You don't really kill a whole lot throughout the game. I don't remember the number off the top of my head, but it's not more than maybe like 5 to 10 or something. There seems to be like more than that here. We get a pretty cool shot of what seems like probably Newtown. I don't really recognize it. This game looks beautiful. We get another scene of another robbery, this time at a bank. This could potentially be the robbery that goes wrong and makes the Vanderlyn gang have to go on the run, or it could just be a random robbery you do throughout the game because you guys are outlaws, because you'll probably be doing robberies throughout the story similar to like Heist from GTA 5 story mode. We get a quick scene of this woman right here, who I believe is Abigail Marston from Red Dead Redemption. Of course, she was a part of Vanderlyn's gang. John Marston met her in Vanderlyn's gang, and they both ran off together. She looks exactly like her, minus the mole or freckle on her right cheek. That wasn't a part of the original game. But I'm still like 99% sure it's her, and I thought it was kind of funny because, again, well, Culture Gaming, I'm going to call them out again one more time after this. Thought that the blonde woman from the second trailer was somehow Abigail because apparently hair dye was possible back in those days. I don't know, it was completely stupid, but we know they're completely different women because we see them both at different times throughout the third trailer, and they look completely different. We get another quick shot of the Vanderlyn gang, which of course looks like there's a lot of people in it, more than there was in the previous game. We know from this part that the Indian dude from the second trailer on the left will be a part of the Vanderlyn gang, and of course the woman on the right, the blonde woman, will of course be part of the gang as well. And that's right, boys. John Marston is back. Confirmed. We get to see him in the trailer. Another reason why I think that was Abigail earlier. You also pay attention to the scars that were on John Marston's face in the original game. You can see they're fresh cuts, freshly sewn up on his face. So we get to see how we got those scars in this game. Obviously, we don't really know what's going on in this scene. If there's any characters from the first game that are ever in danger in this game, we know nothing's going to happen to them. That's kind of the shitty part with sequels. It's like, if John Marston's ever in danger in this game, we're not really going to be worried. And if we could take another shot at Woke Culture Gaming really quick, because I like taking shots at them. They thought that this younger guy from the second trailer was supposed to be a young John Marston. Again, they thought the game was going to be like 20 or 30 years in the past or some shit. Obviously, like, they're the only ones that ever thought that. Nobody else really thought this was a young John Marston. The character looks nothing like John Marston at all. And now, since we've seen John Marston in the trailer, we know what he looks like in-game. It's 100% confirmed, not that guy. And that's pretty much everything I want to break down about the trailer and talk about. Last time we broke down the second trailer, we went like frame by frame and talked about everything, and it was just super tedious. The video didn't do that well, so I didn't want to do that this time. I just kind of want to talk about the things that seemed interesting to me. And other than the things that I did stop and talk about throughout the trailer, there's really nothing that's groundbreaking or revolutionary, nothing that really tells us what's going on, just some basic dialogue from Dutch talking to the people in his gang, you know. I mean, we get some scenes from what looks to be maybe the lawmen that are chasing the Vanderlyn gang, threatening them, you know. But again, nothing we really need to talk about. There's some action scenes, some shooting, some fighting, some hand-to-hand fighting. But that's all stuff that I didn't really need to break down to you guys, because it's just them fighting and shooting at each other. And as it sets right now, this is absolutely my most hyped game for 2018. I cannot wait until October 26th. This is a game I've been looking forward to for a while. We've been wanting another entry in the Red Dead series. I wasn't expecting it to be a prequel, though there were rumors about it being a prequel for years. I'm not against the idea at all. Because I know that Rockstar is going to make a great game. I'm just curious how it'll all play out being a prequel. But the main takeaway from this trailer, more so than anything, is that our boy John Marston is back. Getting pretty far ahead of myself, but I hope there's like an after story, because something's going to happen to Arthur, whether he dies or leaves the gang, goes on the run, whatever the case. I hope there is an after story where we get to play as a young John Marston. That'd be awesome. Anyways, my dudes, let me know your thoughts about the trailer. What did you think of it? Hopefully you guys, girls, and transgenders went on to enjoy the video. And if you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Turn on notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @TheDashingDavid. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while. Quit acting like a baby, or at least less like a child. Give me serenity, or at least just peace of mind.